Yo, this is James Lights Out Tony, the one and only. You are tuning into Philly Fight World. You see me? BAM!
What up, everybody? Welcome back to another session of Philly Fight World with your none other, with your two hosts here, me, Mr. Blake Anthony, and Mr. Rasul, out here going to talk about boxing. And as you always know, there's fight news, there's fight analysis. This is Philly Fight World. So, what do you want to get into, man? So much, it's crazy. Like, you say it all the time, so I'm going to beat it like a dead horse. It's a good time for boxing. And there's a lot of good fights that's still to be had. Guys got time left. You've got guys coming out of retirement. You see in the title, Lopez looking for his boots. There's no pun intended in that. You got Crawford and Canelo. You've got Amanda Serrano and Katie. You've got Carissa Shields talking shit about. Yeah, it's got so much going on all over the world about boxing. What do you got to say in all this?
Hey, like you said, like I always tell you, man, it's a great time. Great time for boxing. Lot of, lot of personalities in boxing right now. Like you said, returning fighters. We got Manny coming back, Manny Pacquiao. So it's good. You got people calling out people on social media. You know, as you quoted correctly, just like the title says, um, Lopez looking for boots. So it's nice, man. Like I said, it's a great time for the sport. Like I always say, a lot of content, a lot of things to cover, and I'm just enjoying it, man. It seems like every week is something else, man. It's good.
It is. It's funny because we always send one of the clips of stuff going on. Like, you see this? Like, yeah, did you see this? We send it back and forth to each other. So it's pretty funny. Just looking at different clips. Every interview, somebody's looking for some type of headliner or something like that. But some of these boxers play into that too because they want the fight. It's good for promotion. You know, any news is good news when you're trying to promote boxers, trying to promote themselves. We had Manny Ramirez on here. He told you about it. He got into detail about promoting and trying to sell tickets, stuff. So especially with social media, you can do that now. But yeah, it's just fun the way it is now. It's just times are changing. There's more availability to talk trash to one another. So what topic do you
That's
want to really
exactly what I was.
touch?
Staying on that. I mean, I think we spoke about it before. How uh, you talk about 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, with the rise of MMA and UFC,
Mm-hmm.
how UFC had, you know, took its course in past boxing and popularity wise,
Correct, it did.
grabbing that fan support. Yeah. And so lately, within the last, I would say, good, maybe 5 years, I mean, UFC MMA has taken a dip, and boxing is ascending, as you said, as you quoted before, is ascending, and it's past popularity wise. I think it's past UFC right now. Um, just the whole, you got the personalities on social media, and it's good. It's good for the sport, man. It's good for the sport where you have these young fighters, and everybody is braggadocious right now. Everybody want to talk their stuff, and it brings light. It brings more fans to the sport. And so it's great times. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Every week is something else, man. Every week is a quote from a different fighter calling out somebody else. And it's a great topic, man. It's like you said, it's great content for social media. It's great barbershop, talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's great corner talk. You out with your buddies, on the phone. Who likes who thinks who could beat who. So it's a great time for the sport, and I'm loving it.
Nah, definitely. He's like McDonald's. He's loving it. Like guys coming out of retirement, like you talking about Manny Pacquiao, and let's just start with the title first, because there's so much to talk about. But like I said, it's a good thing. There's every corner there's something. But let's just talk about after the Garcia Romero fight, Teofimo and at his fight, he had some comments to say, and this is pretty much it right here. Let me just play this clip.
Four, and that's Boots Ennis at 147. Are we going to see that next?
You know me, guys. I go after the tough challenges, and yeah, definitely Turkey Al Sheet, His Excellency, and to everybody, the zone, and to Matchroom, Golden Boy, Top Rank, everybody that's played a part of this. Definitely, I want to see Boots. I'm Dora the Explorer, and I'm looking for Boots.
You know who you've been.
Just like laughing.
That was cute.
That was cute. It's Dora the Explorer. Yeah, it's ironic because Doris was, I guess, allegedly Hispanic. So he says he's looking for his boots. So there it is.
Yeah,
hey. What do you got in this, man? What's your dog in this fight?
I mean, of course, big Boots fan here, coming from the city. I mean, favorite would definitely have to be Boots in this fight, and that's who I'm going with. It's a big task it's a good fight. It's a good promotion fight. You got Teofimo coming up from, I think, 140, moving up to welterweight.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big task for him. Big task. You got Boots, who's been there at welterweight right now, who could probably definitely move up to middleweight if he wanted to. You got the speed and power of him, and you got Timo, who brings speed, but power-wise, come on, that's, as they say, they make weight divisions for reasons. And so I just don't see him coming in and beating Boots. I mean, it's a big task for him. So I mean, he feels like he's up to the challenge. If they can make it happen, if the promoters could come together, or if Turkey could come together and make the money right for both of them, I don't see why not. As we spoke to Boots before, I mean, he's at this point in his career, he wants the big fights, and and speaking to him, he wanted to unify that welterweight division. So if we take him for his word, I don't think he would pursue the fight. But hey, man, Turkey is handing out a lot of money to these fighters. See what happens. If he can't get a unification fight with Brian Norman, we see what happens, man. If the money's right, I don't see why not. But we'll see.
You said off air. I know you said off air. You said Boots and Bose's camp, wouldn't be interested in unless there's a belt on the line of some sort. I think the money would be there, but like I said, Boots is like, he wants to fight the best, wants to win the belts. Lopez would be something nice under the belt if he fought that. I mean, the only other big fight with a big name to go under that would be fighting Manny Pacquiao. With him coming out of retirement, who knows how long that would be. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it happened. I don't know if they even made phone calls yet and talked about it. I mean, that'd be something you have to text Mosey about, or text to see if somebody's actually mentioned it or who they're going to fight. Obviously, Boots has to fight. I always can't pronounce his name. And he was on the fight card to take care of that belt. He's got to fight that belt. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I can't ever pronounce his name. And then I guess I'm assuming it would be sometime after that. So maybe that fight wouldn't even happen until 2026, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why I don't see it realistically happening. He's calling out everybody right now. I think he's looking for a big fight. Timo, I think he's looking to cash in. He's again causing controversy, controversy in the news again, with him and calling out Crawford. I mean, I don't see the reason in doing that. We all know Crawford is in line to step up and fight Canelo, later on this year. So, and like you said, Boots has a mandatory coming up. So any fight that he gets, between them two, if it happens, won't be until you talk about next year sometime. And
That's
so
real.
what do you do in that type of situation?
The only other way that wouldn't happen is if Boots doesn't fight the mandatory and decides to fight Timo instead. I mean, that's an option if you wanted to. But that would be, I would reckon, if that would have happened, it would have to be for a belt because obviously Boots would be giving up a belt, not fighting a fight for that. So it'd be 1-for-1. So I mean, it's an option. I mean, it's all what they want to do. We interviewed Boots and he talked about legacy. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, I think I have a clip here. Hold on.
We want to work out in this fight.
You good? Yeah. Boots, you talk about legacy and how important legacy is in your game. And obviously he comes up there and he puts a statement. He wants to go all gas, no brakes. It seems like for him, it's more of a
crash dummy.
He wants to. He's living in the moment.
Yeah.
You got some. You see something else better in the future for yourself. You want to set yourself in stone. You want to do something more than just be a guy that's just coming out winning boxing matches. So when you etch yourself in stone out here today, out here in Atlantic City, what do you see past this match? What do you want to be known as after all of this is said and done?
When I'm done boxing, I want to be going down as all-time great. Undefeated, multi-week division champ, and just known for fighting the guys with the belts, known for fighting the top guys.
Because everybody doesn't always fight the top guys in the division. Everybody picks and chooses their matches. Your dad said something very, very key point, and a lot people decided to call when they thought there was a weakness. They thought there was a dent in the armor. So now people want to call and they want to fight. Did that hit you a little bit different? Did you be like, oh, now they want to? Now they think they can see me now?
No, that's cool too. Bring them on. Y'all fell for the trap.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Yep, thank you.
So he says if that's what he really means, he wants to fight the guys for the belt. So, but reckon that would you do it? Especially like when I said out loud earlier, if he's going to not fight the mandatory to fight Timo, there would have to be a belt involved because it'd be 1-for-1.
Exactly. And so, with Timo coming up to 147, there's nothing involved with that. If Boots fight him, Boots wins. What is it? A good name on his resume? Nothing other than that. So, I mean, if the paycheck is right, yeah, but he's looking for legacy, like you said. He's looking to stamp his name as one of the greatest. Beating Timo at 147, that's not enough.
Yeah, he wants something on it. He wants it to mean something, not just the name on it. He wants a silver and gold. He wants those things around him, just like Mike Tyson did. Like when you told him how Boots should. I remember that when you told Boots how he should wear the belt. If he beats Ennis, wear the belt like Tyson did. Yeah, strap him on.
You know what I mean? Strap him on, man. One on this arm, one around your waist, one around your neck. You know what I mean? Put the gold on. You know what I mean? Strap it up.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, like that.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
just throw them everywhere.
Yeah, Floyd did that too. He unified it. You know what I mean? That's the look you want. That's the accomplishment you want. At this point in your career, you want legacy fights. You want legacy wins. Not Timo. Come on.
The crazy thing.
Well, I mean, for boxing, for the boxing fan, yeah. I mean, but come on, we want to see big fights. We don't want to see the marginal fight. We want to see the big ones. Bring it.
The thing about Boosie's still in his prime, so I ain't mad at him for wanting to fight everything right now. Right? Everything's rolling for him. He's healthy. He's got everything going in his direction right now. So I mean, I don't know why he would backslide. And I'm with you on that. You might as well just take every best opportunity he can get. We'll just see what that is. But right now, he has to take care of the mandatory. Obviously, he plans on keeping the belt. Takes care of the mandatory, and then I guess move from there. So if with that fight, obviously not going to happen until January. If it's a belt on the line, on top of that, you got Manny Pacquiao coming out, fighting July 11th, fighting Barrios for a title fight. I know you said the first thing you came out of your mouth, you said he came out of retirement, is how can you take 4 years off and get a title shot right out the gate? I mean, you want to talk about? You want to speak on that?
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, come on, man. You've been out the game, retired. You haven't just been sitting around looking for fights. You've been retired, and you come back, and they give him a title fight. 46 years old, Blake, and this man is given a title fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he's trying to be George.
Come on now. Yeah, and let me tell you something, and I blame Barrios too, because you got Boots, you got Brian Norman, you got two guys who's holding belts in the division. You got the other belt. Make the fight. You know what I'm saying? Make the fight. You think you're a champion. You call yourself a champion. Fight one of the other champions.
Mm-hmm.
Unify. You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna want to do it, I mean, give those other two guys a chance. But you don't come back and fight a retired 46-year-old fighter. Come on. Even if you beat him, what? You can put a name on your resume, but that age is still there, 46. And then what?
The only person that wins in that scenario is Manny Pacquiao. Why? Because if he loses, he's a 46-year-old that just came out of retirement. If he wins the fight, he's a 46-year-old that just came out of retirement. There's nothing changes for Manny Pacquiao if he wins or loses that fight. The scenario is the same, except he would hold a belt in that case at 46 of age, which has previously stated has been done before by the late George Foreman has done that. Y'all don't remember George's fight, man. Memorable boxer for all time. It's crazy because
definitely entertaining.
Yeah, it's crazy because Foreman feels like it was like two eras of George Foreman. You had the Ali era, and then you had the Evander Holyfield era. So it's just like it just seems like this man was around forever in boxing at one point. But he took a hiatus from boxing for a while, and then coming back into it. So like I said, George Foreman is a very significant story, man. Anybody who loves boxing should just look at that.
Definitely, man. Big George. I mean, icon. Boxing icon. I remember he came back and won that heavyweight title. It was just like, wow. And really, the whole boxing community was rooting for him. I mean, you know, he came back. I mean, he was the villain, like you said, in the Ali era. He was the villain. You know, knocking out everybody, knocking out Frazier and everybody in his path. And the personality that he had, he was definitely the villain. But then, you know, like you said, after that loss to Ali, he took the time off, you know, kind of reinvented himself, you know, came back with the Foreman grills, and it was just like everybody, he was like a household name, man. And everybody had a grill. You know, everybody I knew. Everybody I know at that time had a Foreman grill. And, you know, you had his face all over the commercials and everything. So when he came back, he had the love of the public. And so when he won the belt, I mean, everybody in the boxing community, and then outside of boxing, just your general fan, just it was a good time for him. And he reinvented himself. So, rest in peace. Shout out to Big George Foreman. Great memories, man. Great memories. So, it's good. But moving on to Manny Pacquiao, as you said, as we were talking, 46 years old. Come on. You wasn't even impressive in your last couple outings. So
No. So I was sitting here thinking when you were talking, it was like, it wasn't like it was no like you leaving, you wanting more. I was like this is it, and then you kind of faded away, and nobody really talked about you. Manny Pacquiao plays a part in boxing's history as well, but kind of faded away, and everybody kind of just forgot about it.
definitely, and for you to come back and get a title fight, come on, man. I'm upset about that. Barrios too.
What's that? July 19th in Vegas. Is that correct? Is that the right date?
July 19th in Vegas.
That's the right date.
Yep, July 19th in Vegas. They talking. Yeah. They talking about that's the co-main event of the rematch between Fundora and Tim Tszyu. So I mean, PBC is putting on a nice card. You got a nice card there. You got 4 good names. I'm definitely looking forward to that Tim Tszyu Fundora rematch. Definitely looking forward to that. I mean, we'll see. I mean, Pacquiao, Barrios. I mean, it's going to get eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? You have Pacquiao. He still has his fans. You have the whole Filipino community.
Everybody loved him. I don't know too many people who didn't like him. Honestly, everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. A little scrappy guy.
Yeah.
It's just easy to love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. You got Barrios. You have the whole community that he comes with, and the whole Latino community that probably followed him, and so it's like we'll see what happens. I mean, am I interested? Yeah. Will I look at it? Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna watch. I mean, we're all gonna watch this. We're gonna sit right here and talk about it with y'all. But yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about it. So who do you got? What do you see in this outcome? Do you think Manny has a chance to pull it off like George Foreman's grill, or just Barrios just walk the dog on him?
Good question. Great question. I don't know, and it depends on what Manny comes into fight that we see that night. That's what it depends on. I mean, Barrios is who he is. He moved up to move to welterweight. I mean, I think at 140 or 135, he might have lost to Tank at 135. I mean, come on. Now you're moving up. Pacquiao, of course, he's moving up too in weight. I think they're fighting at welterweight. But it's just like, it depends on what Manny shows up, man. I mean, if you're asking me for a prediction,
I have to say, do you think Manny has a chance in this?
He has a chance. He has a chance, I'm not a big Barrios fan. I'm not a big Barrios fan. He has some skills. He's kind of slick. It's kind of a slick fighter. His feet isn't as fast as it used to be, but Manny's feet isn't as fast as it used to be neither. So, I mean, 46 years old, what you expect?
I can't imagine it would be. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So in a fight like this, I'm just going to go with the younger guy, just because.
Just because of the age.
No other.
Keep it simple.
Yeah. No other reason. You know, you've been out the game for 4 or 5 years, you haven't fought. But just for that, I'm going with Bear.
I ain't mad at that because that's why I picked. I picked Crawford before, but you know this fight is a little bit different when he fights Canelo. They're both about the same age, if not the same age, and I just think Crawford's just a better fighter, honestly. So I mean, we'll see. You know, in boxing, you have a puncher's chance of changing a fight at any moment in a match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I am looking forward to that Tim Tszyu and Thundor rematch. I'm looking forward to that fight. I mean, the first fight ended in a bloody bloodbath. You know, Tim Tszyu had that nasty cut. So I'm definitely looking forward to that fight. And that's supposed to be like a co-main event. You know, so I don't know which one goes first, but I would think the Tim Tszyu Thundor fight would be the final fight on the card. So I'm looking forward to that.
It should be a fun. It should be a fun fight weekend. That one. Hopefully, it'll be not as lackluster as the previous one we talked about, and everybody else talked about it. Yeah, it's just funny that everybody on all the other platforms that say the same thing we said. It's disappointing night. De La Hoya looking stressed out, like he lost his puppies. The fans just need a good night of just good boxing. They need a good weekend.
Yeah.
And,
we definitely do. We need a.
Because right now everybody else is showing up as far as the entertainment level. Like hockey's showing out right now. NBA is having some good games on there. Like how about the Knicks and Celtics games? Like now you need boxing to show up on there. Especially now with everything ascending with that. You want to get really good matches now. I mean, like I said, we're going to be into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk to these fighters and promoters and refs and things like that and get different perspectives. But like I said, it's going to be fun, especially if these guys fight. So we got anything to add up? I think we pretty much touched on the hot future topics so far. Anything you want to finish up with?
Looking forward to these fights. Like you said, got a fight tomorrow down in Atlantic City. So it's a nice, I guess, regional card. I think RMB Promotions is having this card at the Atlantic City Hard Rock Casino. So it's a fighter over there who trains out of Philly. He's a Dominican fighter. His name is Edwin Jr. He's on that card. So I'm looking forward to that. I think he's probably about 9-1, 10-1. He got one loss. Even with that one loss, it was off of it's like a late. He took the fight late, like 2 weeks in advance. He lost, I think, a decision. So he's looking to get back on track, and he's actually training at the Bosie's dungeon with Bosie Ennis and Coach Aaron Ford, and so they're going to be there, in this corner this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to these televised events, man. We got some good fights on the horizon coming. That's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring you guys any content we can get, promoters, anybody talking about all of these supposedly fights, see if anybody knows, if anybody's actually talking. And I'm sure Fight Hype and all these other great sources are talking about it as well. So just always stay tuned. Stay tuned to some of these fight simulations that we got on Philly Fight World. We just put out one, Canelo versus Crawford. Check it out, see who won that match. And it's just a simulation. It's here for fun. We'll try to put out all the other matches, the what-if fights and stuff like that. So if you see, you guys will check it out. I think it's great topics just for fun. So let us know what you guys think, and we'll end this with our quote. This is Philly Fight World, the heartbeat of boxing. It's not how hard you can get it. It's how hard. It's not how hard you can hit. It's how hard you can get it. You'll see me next time.
There you go.
Accept.
Yo, this is James, Lights Out Tony, the one and only. You are tuning into Philly Fight World. You see me? BAM!